Whenever we think of enhancing our API performance, one of the things that come to our mind is cache. And interviews में भी काफी पूछा जाता है इसके around. So let's try to understand what cache is and how it works. Okay. Before that, if you want, we keep meeting again and again with this kind of interesting topics. Make sure you follow concept of CS. Okay. So let's try to understand the cache via a use case. Consider we have a client. Okay, and we have a server where your APIs are hosted. Okay. Basically, client is searching for the employees having employee ID 123. Okay. So what happens? From client request will go to the server. Then server will throw the request to the database. On the database side, you can see there are multiple tables, right? Like employee, folder, department, country, which says that let's say what folder access employee is having, or in which department employee is working, or what country that employee belongs to, right? So these are the information present in the table, and you are basically joining all these tables and gathering the information from there, and then it is being returned to the API. Okay, and your API is returning that information to the client. Okay. So for one request, it is fine, right? It's not a problem. Imagine if millions of requests start coming to your server hosting your API for the employee ID 123. In that case, all the requests will be directly going to the database server, right? And your database server will be heavily overloaded in this scenario. In that case, what happened? Your database can go down or become unresponsive, right? Because behind the scene, you are doing a very expensive calculation. You are fetching data from multiple tables and you are executing your query, right? Doing joins. So to solve this problem, okay, so that your request don't go to database again and again, what you can do, you can make use of cache. So here, what you can do, you can introduce a hidden storage area, okay, at your API layer. So what happens? Let's say the first request come for employee ID 123. So whatever the response retrieved for employee ID 123, that will be stored inside the cache, okay. And next time when server receives the request for employee ID 123, instead of going to the database directly, it will look up into the cache for that particular employee ID, okay. And if data exists in the cache, in that case, that data will be returned from the cache itself, and your request won't be going to your databases. And in this scenario, your database server won't be overwhelmed with so many requests. Okay. Now, can we keep any kind of data into the cache? No. Okay. So you should keep only that data into the cache which is static in nature or which is very frequently accessed. Okay. So if let's say here the server is getting so many requests for employee ID 123, so that's why we are caching here, right? And we are assuming that the employee information is not changing very frequently. Sometimes what happen कि आपको नॉन स्टैटिक डेटा भी कैशे में रखना होता है. Okay, so if that is the requirement, what we can do, we can go for cache invalidation, or we can go for the data eviction policy exists for the cache, right? Like for how longer the data will exist into the cache, or when we want to refresh the data inside the cache, right? So there are several mechanisms. We will be talking about it in the upcoming video. That's all for this video. Stay tuned for the next video. मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में. Bye bye.